Hi, I'm the Reasonable Cuber, and now I have 3 competitions under my belt. Sylvan Solves. It was awesome. The first event was 7x7. Basically, right as I started the first solve, I had this huge lockup.
Oh no. Why? Shoot.
And this is the same solve. I had another little lockup that made a piece get yeeted out of the cube.
That's fine.
Great start to the comp. I finished the solve without the piece and got a 430.
That's bad.
In case you didn't know, you can have a piece out of the puzzle and it's still considered solved as long as it's one color, like a center, and as long as it's only one piece. Now, I normally average like 420 on 7x7, so considering the 25 seconds of lockups, 430 wasn't that bad. The next solve ended up being pretty good, then for some reason the third solve went extremely well. I don't know exactly what made it so good, I think I just got really into the groove because it ended up being 338.
Whoa. Holy cow.
I was shocked because I beat my 7x7 PB by 4 seconds. I got a 7x7 PB in comp. My mean was 409, which got me 8th place. If I didn't have those lockups on the first solve, maybe I could have had like 5th place, but 409 is still better than my normal average, so I can't complain too much. So that mean puts me 44th in Canada, and the 338 single puts me 31st. Next was 6x6. I don't know what it was, but I also did really well in 6x6. No pops or lockups, so that helped. My usual average is roughly 2 minutes and 40 seconds, but the first solve was a nice 220. The second solve had triple parity though, and that gave me 233. And the third solve, even though having 2 parities, was my best solve, 219. For reference, my PB is 215, so that's pretty close. The solves had 7 out of 9 total parities, but it still went super well, the mean being 2444, which got me 5th place. And as you can see, I got the exact same average as Dylan Vaskovic's. I hope I'm saying that right. So Dylan and I are tied for 29th in Canada for 6x6 mean, and my 219 single puts me 37th. Then we had blind, and instead of using my old handmade blindfold, that's kind of gross, I used this one. The first scramble was pretty good, 2 solved corners and 2 twisted ones, and no cycle breaks and edges. I had a memo done at 125, which wasn't bad. I was executing quickly and confidently, then I got to the corner twists. The next solve was decent, and it was a success. I got a 250, which is PR. The last solve was on a good pace, but I completely messed up corners and DNF'd. When I looked at the psych sheet for blind before the competition, it showed all the competitors for blind and what they ranked based on their PR single, and I expected to get maybe 5th or 6th place if I did really well, but I don't know what it was. I don't know if the good people DNF'd or they didn't do well, or if they just didn't show up because the roads were really bad, there was a bit of a snowstorm out. But the 250 single got me 2nd place in blind. So yeah, this is my 3rd comp and my 2nd podium. That 250 blind single also puts me top 100 in Canada. Next up, first round of 3x3. Now at my last comp, which you can check out here if you haven't seen it, I got 3rd place in 3x3 and got this standard Tornado V3 as a prize. And leading up to the competition, I wasn't sure if I should use it or the RS3M 2020 as my main. So I decided I'd use the TV3, and if it didn't work out well, I just switched to the RS3M. The first solve was a nice 8, so I thought maybe the tornado's fine. The second solve though, I felt like the puzzle was locking up and was uncontrollable, and I got an 11. I suddenly wasn't so sure about my choice. And it's not like the TV3's bad, it's probably just how I have it set up and stuff, but I still stuck with it. The other solves were good, and I got another sub 10 average, which put me 4th place. Then the first round of Pyraminx. I averaged like 8 seconds, but these solves didn't go too well. My best solve was this 6 though, which was pretty good. My average was 925. Not my best, and I didn't make finals, but it's only Pyrrha, the event that I ranked last in my WC event tier list, which, funnily enough, if you haven't seen it, you can check it out over there, just saying. Then 2x2. I got a sub 3 PR single.
Nice.
I followed that up with this solve though.
Oh no. Yikes.
The rest were fine. Low 4 average and 11th place. Not bad. Next was the second round of 3x3 and my most fumbly average so far.
Nice. We'll see. Why?
Even with those mess ups though, it was a solid sub 10 average and I got 5th place in the second round of 3x3. And lastly, the final round of 3x3. It was done head-to-head style, so like the 12th and 11th place went against each other, then the 10th and 9th, and so on. I was up against Benjamin Reagan, but unfortunately I didn't record any of his solves. The competitors were announced by Lynn Kutcher, who gave fun facts about each person.
Some fun facts about Azar. He lives in Calgary. He plays the piano, and his favorite soup is leek and potato. He's very adamant on that choice. Give it up for Azar.
Also, this is Alexander Much, a junior delegate in Alberta. At the comp, he expressed to me his utter anguish that he hasn't been in any of my videos. So, Alex, I know you're watching, here you go. Really though, Alex is cool and he was my judge. Now, before getting to the solves, I just want you to understand the sheer pressure that everyone is under. It's only one person solving at a time, so the entire room is silent and everyone's eyes are on the person solving. It's a lot of pressure.
Man, they're sweating. It's okay. Ready? Ready.
I was so close to getting a pure sub 10 average, but it was still a really good and consistent average. And to be under that pressure, I think I just do well under pressure. But yeah, my average was still sub 10, which is what it was for all of the rounds of 3x3, which is really good. Unfortunately for Benjamin, he messed up pretty badly on his last solve, but that meant that I won against him. The prize for that was a big old bag of Skittles, which I enjoyed thoroughly. My average was 9.81 seconds, which landed me 4th place in the final round of 3x3, which is great. So yeah, that was my third comp. I keep thinking that they can't get better than the last, but I keep getting proven wrong. I mean, I've only been to 3 comps, but still, this is amazing. I got a 7x7 PB, I got sub 10 averages in all rounds, and I got 2nd place in blind. So now that I have a bronze medal and a silver medal on my profile, all that's left for me is to get gold at my next comp. I don't think that's happening though, since my next comp is FMC Canada, which the only event is FMC, and I probably can't do that. We'll see about the comp after that though. That's all. Bye.